Hello, and welcome to this workshop, 5 Key Strategies to Restoring Your Metabolism in Perimenopause. This is for women who want to permanently lose weight, end the food and body struggle, and get fitter, leaner, and stronger, not for a short period of time, but for life, forever. No more struggling, okay? I'm really excited that you're here, and this session is for you, okay? I don't want to waste your time. This is going to be a 60 to 90-minute presentation, and it's going to be jam-packed with information, but it's only going to be interesting to you if what I'm talking about applies to you, right? So I don't want to waste your time. So this session is only for you if you're a professional woman over 40 who wants to get fitter, leaner, stronger, and healthier, like unapologetically, right? You care about your health, but things are shifting in your body. You've maybe been diagnosed with insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes, weight loss resistance, hypertension, obesity, any kind of autoimmune thyroid issues, or any metabolic condition, right? Heart disease, cardiovascular disease, something. Things are shifting, okay? The doctor is telling you, well, you just need to lose weight, right? Just lose weight and exercise more, right? We've all heard that from the doctor, right? I used to work in a medical clinic, and that's what the surgeons would tell people. You just need to go lose weight. And then people would leave and they'd have no idea what to do, okay? This is for you if you want to look better, if you want to feel better, and if you want to reduce your risk of metabolic disease, okay? This is for you if you want, and if you're excited to learn how to work with your midlife hormones and physiology to restore your metabolism and start burning fat, having more energy, getting your nutrition under control and on track for real, not for a couple days or a couple of weeks and then falling off track, but getting that nutrition on track for real in a way that supports your midlife physiology instead of works against it. And if you want to improve your physical health, your metabolic health, and your emotional mental health, okay? This is for you if you're willing to look at yourself, to study yourself, to have deep conversations, to unlearn some of the things that you've been taught up to this point and learn new things, because what you're currently doing isn't working, right? So people come to me all the time, like, it's not working, okay? So we have to be willing to unlearn, to make space to learn new things in this phase of life, because we are not the same in midlife as we are in our 20s. And if you understand and you feel that, then this is absolutely for you, okay? Does any of that sound like you, right? Give me a head nod if that sounds like you, okay? If you're following this live, type it in the chat and let me know, okay? But right now, you may be experiencing some or all of these things. You feel like you're working out and eating healthy, but it doesn't look like it, right? You're frustrated, you're stuck, and you feel like your metabolism is totally broken. Maybe you aren't working out right now, or maybe you used to work out, but you haven't been consistent. Maybe you can't get started working out, right? Or you can't stay consistently working out. You're wondering, where is all my motivation? Why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? Okay. Right now, you might be thinking that your body has a mind of its own. So a lot of people say, Carrie, it just feels like my body, it's got a mind of its own. It's working totally against me, right? If you're watching your weight creep up, especially around the midsection, and it feels like you haven't really changed anything. It just feels like things are just shifting, right? You're beginning to worry about your health. Either you have been diagnosed with health conditions, or you're worried that something's going to give soon, okay? And again, maybe you've been diagnosed with insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes, blood pressure issues, thyroid conditions, and all your doctor's telling you is lose weight and take these meds. Okay, you're trying to lose weight. Maybe you're working really hard to cut carbs and cut calories and track and restrict and follow all these diet plans, but it is not working. And you actually are feeling worse, more tired, worse sleep, the weight's still creeping on. You're exhausted. And mentally, you feel like you're going to have a nervous breakdown. Okay. You're at a loss with nutrition. with what to eat, with when to eat, to how to stay on track. There's so much information on the internet that you don't know what to do, okay? Kind of winging it. Your digestive system is off. You've got bloating, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome. Maybe you're having increased sensitivities to food and increased allergies. I hear that a lot from people. Maybe you know what to do, but for the life of you, you just can't stay on track, okay? Maybe you've tried numerous diets, counting, tracking, restricting, apps, trying to help you get it together, but it's not sticking, okay? Maybe you're having cravings, intense cravings. You're hungry all the time. And you control yourself for a short time, but like that never lasts long. And it always ends up in binge eating, overeating, and then that guilt, shame, restriction cycle over and over again. Maybe you never get hungry at all. There's a time when like, you're just like, I'm never hungry. Okay, that's not a normal thing. Your body should get hungry. So maybe you're someone out there, and I know someone's messaged me before, and I've talked to many women who have been dieting for a really long time. They've been fasting, and then a little bit of fasting worked, so they start extending that fast. And now they're like, I don't get hungry, except my weight is creeping up, especially in the midsection, and I'm exhausted, and I don't understand why. Okay, so these are the things that women are feeling out there in midlife. Okay. You're exhausted, you have low motivation, low self-control, low self-discipline. You have been taking care of everybody else around you, working in your career for the last 2 to 3 decades, and you've put your health last. And you're maybe feeling shame and frustration and misery and anger and resentment and hopelessness and anger at your body, frustration with your body, right? You're frustrated and angry with yourself and your body. It feels broken. You hate what you see in the mirror, okay? Does any of that sound familiar to you? Okay, just give me a nod, right? Just give me a nod. And I wish that I could give you like a big virtual hug, because I know that all feels terrible, and I know how that feels, okay? And I totally get it. Women have been coming to me for almost a decade now, wanting to get fit, lean, and strong, but struggling with all the things I just talked about. And in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, they start getting these diagnoses, and they're scary diagnoses, right? And they're feeling frustrated, hopeless, and hating their body, right? They're exhausted, they're irritable, they're moody. They feel on edge of a nervous breakdown. Okay, I talk to women day in. I work with women day in and day out who are struggling with this and healing from this and improving their health from this, right? But right now, you know, your fat storing, fat burning, and hunger hormones are out of whack. Your metabolism has slowed down, and your body is sending you all kinds of signals. All of the things I talked about they're signals from your body. Your body's saying like, red alert, all these things. Like something is off in me. But I mean, you guys don't have degrees in medicine and physical medicine and nutrition the way I do. And so you don't understand what all those signs are. And what happens with women, and I know this, is that the most frustrating sign, and the sign that really gets us listening, is the weight gain, right? The low energy, the cravings, and the irritability. Those are the things that we're like, oh my God, I have to do something. Something has to change, right? Does that sound familiar? Like, I know, again, I don't want to waste your time. If none of this sounds familiar, then this workshop's probably not for you, and I don't want to waste your time. But if you're like, yes, Carrie, yes, I'm feeling this, like, help me, you're in the right place, okay? And right now, you might be like freaking out, right? Like, what is going on with me? Which again, just kind of perpetuates the cycle of the problem, because you don't know what to do, right? You're freaking out. And so what people do is we go to Google, and Google tells us to do these things, right? Eat less, restrict, cut, count your calories, exercise more, sign up for the challenge, set big goals, go hard or go home. Don't wish for it. You better work for it, girl, right? Go all in, do it perfectly. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. You need more willpower. You need to be more disciplined. You need to take massive action. You need to hustle if you want results. That's what Google's telling us, right? And so that's what we do, right? We're like, yeah, I'm going to sign up for the challenge. I'm going to get my macro tracker. I'm going to start counting my points and giving up carbs. And I've got all the list of all the things that I can't eat. And that's awesome. And I'm coming in hot. I'm going to do this, right? Right. So you're eating healthy and you're working out and you're going hard. You're going home, you're hustling. And then this, you burn out hard, right? So here you're all in. I'm going, I'm coming in hot. And then we end up in burnout. Okay. And I call that the hustle diet cycle, right? You're off track. You're gaining weight. You're frustrated. You're sick of yourself. Your doctor's telling you to lose weight and exercise more. You better get it together, right? So you're pumped. You're coming in hot. You get the new gear. You get the new diet. You're restricting. You're ready to count. You're doing the challenges. You've signed up for the 6-week thing and you're restricting all the stuff and you've thrown all the food out of the house that you shouldn't be eating. You ramp up your workouts. You hustle. You are all in perfection mode. Let's go. Let's do this, right? But then you get tired and life happens. You miss a day or two of your workout. You fall off plan with the nutrition. You eat the sweets that you're not supposed to eat. You don't really see any changes in your body for all the hustle that you're doing. And you don't really see the changes that you hope for. You get hungry, right? Then you end up binge eating all the things you were supposed to give up. You quit the workouts. The negative voice in your head kicks in. You go back to your old habits and you are all out, right? We were all in and now we're all out. F it, I'm out, right? That leads to the guilt, the shame, the frustration, the feeling like a failure, like you are the problem, you failed, you feel defeated, like it's pointless, like it's hopeless. If only you had more willpower and discipline. You're scared of food, you hate your body, and the drama continues, right? You hit rock bottom again. And then at some point you're like, okay, I got to get my shit together. And it starts again. And this happens when women find me in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. This cycle has been happening for decades, okay? And when this cycle has been happening over and over again, this is actually downgrading your metabolism. It's triggering systemic inflammation. It's causing hormonal dysfunction. It's leading to fat storage, exhaustion, frustration, so much mindset drama, and a toxic relationship with food, exercise, your body, and yourself. And that's where so many people find me, stuck in this cycle, right? Does this cycle look familiar? Let me know, like, how long have you been in this cycle of on, off, on, off? And you're going to see me do that a lot in this training and in coaching with me, because on, off, that is so hard on our system. And I'm going to explain to you why that's so hard on our system, especially as midlife women, later in the presentation, okay? Can you see where you might be stuck, right? This cycle, and knowing that this on again, off again cycle is leading to that systemic inflammation, downgrades your metabolism, all that stuff, right? Can you see where you might be stuck, right? This cycle, you're stuck in this cycle. I call this the hustle diet roller coaster, right? Your body is like this all over the place. And some people say that that's progress, it should be all over, but steady, slow, steady progress. Like this is better than like this, okay? Like this is frantic. You can like feel that energy when I do it, right? Your body hates to be on this roller coaster. It's very stressful. And in perimenopause, your body is much more sensitive to stress than it's ever been in your life. So it doesn't tolerate this. In your 20s, your body could tolerate this and not really fluctuate much. Your body was covering for you. You're young, you're resilient. That's what you're designed to do. But in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, as our hormones are shifting, as we're getting older, which is the reality, we can't hide from that. It's fine. But our bodies don't like this stress. And in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, our bodies are like, no, girl, I'm not going to cover for you anymore. And that's why you start to see these shifts in your body. You're like, I haven't changed anything. I'm doing the same things. It's not working anymore. And it's because your body's going, I'm tired. I've covered for you, and I don't want to do that anymore. Okay. Your body functions best when it's riding a gentle wave, like a sailboat on a nice sea. Okay. That's where your body wants to be. That's where your body's going to function best. That's where your metabolism and your hormones are going to find balance, and they're going to work for you instead of against you. Okay. And what happens when our metabolism downgrades is that we feel tired and sluggish, unfocused and cloudy, that brain fog, right? Forgetful. We hold weight, especially in our midsection, drag your butt around all day, clouded in brain fog. You have carb cravings until the point where you don't feel hungry anymore. That's when your body's gone like, nope, she's not going to feed me. So I'm just going to shut those hormones right down. Okay. Diet culture has made you think that hunger is a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. It's what your body's designed to do, except too much restriction actually shuts that right down. Okay, we'll talk more about that. But you feel slow, you're cold all the time, you're constipated, you have bad PMS, your hair is dry and falling out, your nails are brittle and breaking, you're frustrated. And did I mention you feel tired? Okay. Also more anxiety, more depression, more irritability, more like emotional unrest, right? I hear that a lot from people as well. And then I just wanted to like show you the signs of like what your body is supposed to feel like. You're not supposed to feel miserable in midlife. You're not supposed to be. And everyone thinks that, you know, I'm just getting older and my metabolism is supposed to slow down and I'm supposed to feel crummy. It's just this life. And I'm going to tell you that that's not. It's common, but it's not normal. That's not how your body's supposed to function. And we're going to talk about why you're feeling that way and what you need to do to change it. But like, this is how you're supposed to feel. This is possible for you. You should feel energized. Your body should be fat burning. You should have a clear head. You should be able to focus. You should be able to feel fast and quick and light on your feet. You should fit. You should feel fierce. You have strong hair and nails. You have 2 bowel movements a day and your digestive system should work properly. But modern life, hustle culture, diet culture has taught women for so long to restrict, to cut, to eat less. We're going to talk about all of this, right? And that's all, you know, catching up to us. The other things that, you know, that are slowing our metabolism down are skipping meals, processed foods, cutting carbs, naked carbs, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, snacking all day, binge eating, too much cardio, the wrong exercise, chronic inflammation, interrupted sleep, and stress, like chronic stress. We're going to talk more about that too, but all of those things are going to slow your metabolism down. They're going to wreak havoc on your midlife hormones. Okay. And that's what we're talking about in this presentation. So all of these things are contributing to hormonal chaos and to slowing down your metabolism. But then we also have the natural and normal midlife changes, the natural and normal midlife hormonal changes. Okay, so this is what a normal cycle looks like in a woman in her 20s and her 30s, right? When we're ovulating and our bodies are prepping to make babies, like this is the normal flow of our hormones, especially that estrogen and progesterone. Okay, this is cyclical, it happens every month. It's nice, it's steady, and this is how our bodies function, right? Because we're designed to make babies. Like we just need to understand that we are designed to make babies. It's in our DNA, and that's how our hormones are set up. In perimenopause, right, over the age of 35, our hormones start to shift. You know, we're gearing out of those reproductive years, and our ovaries are stopping, like our hormones are shifting because they're stopping to produce the hormones required to make the babies, because that time is behind us, right? Just like puberty, right? Puberty, the hormones ramp up. In perimenopause, the hormones ramp down. And so what happens naturally, this, like, before I show you this and you freak out, you have to know that this is a normal phase in a woman's life. Does not mean you have to be miserable. Our bodies are designed, they're so intelligent, but modern life, hustle culture and diet culture messes up our normal cycles. And so that's why we feel miserable. So this is what happens in perimenopause and menopause, right? Our hormones are going wild. Okay, estrogen and progesterone are going wild. In menopause, they both drop off. And again, you need to know that this is normal, but this is something we can't control. We can't control these hormones. And so what we need to do to restore our metabolism and feel really good in this phase of life is control the things that we can control. Okay. And this is like, we're going to talk about this, but again, we Google because the weight's going up and we're feeling terrible. And it tells us to restrict and cut and count and hustle and grind and work and skip meals. And we're chronically stressed. And so our hormones are going like this, and our lifestyle habits are going like this. And just our body is just, it's out of control. And that's why we're feeling miserable. So we need to really look at, what can I control? What can I take control of? And so our habits before 40 really come back to haunt us in perimenopause and menopause, okay? Because of these shifts, right? Like when our body is cycling normally, like our body can handle outside fluctuations. Our body is young, it's resilient, it's designed to make babies. It's going to handle it, right? But over 40, with these hormones going crazy, and if we're yo-yo dieting, under eating, overeating the wrong foods, not strength training, doing too much cardio, not exercising consistently at all, we have loads of chronic life stress, we're not sleeping very much, we throw that in the mix, like we're doing that, and then the hormones go crazy, the system is down. Down. The body gains weight, the body gets exhausted, the body shuts down, and that's why we feel miserable. What worked in our 20s is not working anymore. That's why. And it's so important to understand why, okay? So all the things that further downgrade metabolism in our 40s, like here we are now, like what's too low calories, cutting out all the carbs, too much of the wrong carbs, carbs at the wrong times, too much processed food and naked carbs, which means eating carbs alone. Carbs are not bad. Hold up with me. Our bodies need carbs. They absolutely need carbs, but we need the right carbs at the right time for the right reasons, okay? Too much processed foods and naked carbs, too much refined carbs, too much junk food carbs, yeah, our body's not going to tolerate them, okay? Focusing only on calorie counts instead of the quality of your food. And instead of focusing on balancing your macros, okay? Obsession over calories and counting, eating all day, snacking, grazing all day is going to affect your blood sugars and your metabolism and hormones. Dieting for too long, not enough exercise, too much of the wrong exercise, losing muscle, too much stress, chronic stress, okay? You know what else is stressful in the body? Like life stress and horns honking and kids screaming, but also not sleeping. Going long periods of time without eating is stressful. Binge eating is stressful. Processed foods, life, emotions, it's all stress on our body. Our body perceives it all the same. Okay. Nutrient deficiencies, blindly eating less and exercising more and training fasted. Okay. Those are all further wreaking havoc on our midlife hormones and downgrading our metabolism and triggering our body to store fat and feel terrible, hot, inflamed, toxic mess. Okay. And this is all because of those hormone fluctuations that I talked about that happen in perimenopause. Your body, with those hormone fluctuations and the declining amount of estrogen and progesterone, is causing you to actually lose muscle. Okay. Unless you're training and eating to maintain or build it, which most women just aren't doing that properly. And when we're losing muscle's metabolically very active, our metabolism goes down. We generally have sedentary jobs. We generally have had sedentary jobs for years, right? And it catches up with us. Our metabolism, our muscle mass is going down, and so is our metabolism. And because of that, we're also at increased risk of insulin sensitivity, weight loss resistance, prediabetes, and diabetes. Muscle is where we store that sugar. There's so many reasons why that happens, but that loss of muscle increases, and the poor diet and the stress leads to increased risk of insulin sensitivity, those metabolic diseases we talked about, and weight loss resistance, which is what we're all frustrated with, right? We have decreased carb tolerance. Again, when you don't have muscle, body doesn't have anywhere to put those carbs, but we still need carbs. So it's tricky, and I'll teach you this in just a bit, but we're also we have an increased sensitivity to stress and the fluctuations that I've talked about, okay? And that's because of the hormone shifts. And when you top that off by looking at the last few decades of life, building your career, raising your family, not sleeping well, stressing about all of life, right? When you've been in hustle mode, right? You're all professional women. We've been taught we've been taught to study and be equal and earn and do it all, right? That's hustle mode. No one's taught us how to slow down and work with our hormones, okay? We have big emotions. By midlife, we've all experienced some have experienced big trauma, some have experienced small trauma, some have trauma upon trauma upon trauma, right? That catches up to us. You've been putting your health last for decades. Yo-yo dieting, inconsistent workouts, maybe too much excessive exercise without the nutrition component, okay? And the ease of quick fix processed foods and the rise in sugar in our diets, right? Perimenopause is almost guaranteed to be a shit show for many. And your body has to stop at some point, and that hits over 40, 50, 60s. But that weight increase is what freaks us out and puts us in that diet hustle cycle, right? But I don't want you to panic, okay? Like I said, this is why you guys feel hopeless and you feel frustrated and you feel panicked, right? It feels like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What have I done to my body? And I want you to not panic, because like, you're here. I'm so happy you're here, because there's so much that you can do once you understand this. And I really think education is super, super key. You have to understand what's going on in your body and what you've been doing. It's not your fault you've been doing those things. Those are the things you've been taught to do, but how those things are contributing to how you currently feel. I want to put the power back in your hands. And that's something that it's not really done very well in the medical system. We think we're just going to bandage you up and tell you to get labs and all this stuff. And it's like, no, we need to look at ourselves, our knowledge, what we know, what we understand, what we're currently doing that's working against our body. And what can we do to make those changes? What can we do? How can we take ownership of our bodies? How can we take back our bodies and start treating our bodies the way they need and deserve to be treated, right? How do we start working with our bodies instead of against it, okay? And understanding the concept that your body is not a bank account. Calories in, calories out does not work for women in perimenopause with all this complicated history, okay? Calories in, calories out might have worked in your 20s, but it doesn't work anymore. Your body is a complex chemistry lab. Calories in, calories out is way too simple. When you look at think about those hormone diagrams, right? Every time you hop on another fad diet or excessive exercise goal, especially when it's loads of cardio, with the goal of eating less and exercising more to burn more calories and lose that scale weight, every time you do that and you lose some weight, but you don't lose it in the midsection, you don't lean out, you don't feel freaking incredible in your body, and then you gain it all back and then some because you can't keep it up because you hit burnout, that further increases stress, inflammation, hormone chaos, and decreases metabolic function, making every attempt harder and harder, okay? And that's what so many people are experiencing. We see women doing this to themselves for decades, right? Randomly restricting calories, counting points, pushing your body into the ground, using hustle, grind, and brute force while expecting perfectionism in your body in perimenopause. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. You're working against your hormones. And if you continue like working against your hormones, you will never win, okay? Hormones rule. They rule everything. And so getting your metabolism on track and setting your body up to permanently lose weight, to lean out, to shift body composition requires that you learn how to work with your hormones. It requires that you get off the hustle diet roller coaster and onto the easy breezy sailboat. And that's hard for goal-driven professional women because we are used to pushing, okay? This is a different kind of push. We gotta be more strategic. We gotta be more knowledgeable and educated about our bodies and get onto that easy breezy sailboat, okay? So I want to take a compassion pause if you're feeling this, okay? This could be triggering for a lot of people. It could feel, there's a lot of feelings right now. So I want you to pause and I want you to breathe. I want you to feel those feelings, okay? And I want you to realize that this is not your fault, okay? Diet culture and the world has been teaching us that we need to eat less, cut calories, exercise more. Like, this is what we've been taught for so long. It's what our doctors are telling us. It's what the internet is telling us. This is what the magazines are telling us. And in reality, it's working against our bodies and not working. But it's not your fault, because you've been working really hard. You just didn't know that these strategies are working against your midlife body and not with your body. So I want you to have massive, actually, not a little. I want you to take a moment and breathe and have massive compassion for yourself and for the society that you've been raised in, because we're not good at talking about this stuff. And it's not your fault. I cannot reiterate enough how this is not your fault, but you're here and I can help you, okay? So the goal of our time together in this workshop is I want to help you get off the roller coaster and instead get you sailing on the easy, breezy, gentle waves, okay? I want to set you up with everything you need to know to begin to restore your metabolism and set your body up to permanently lose weight and get fitter, leaner, stronger, and healthier in perimenopause without any of the drama, okay? By understanding and working with your uniquely midlife female physiology, hormones, and your brain, you first must unlearn. You have to know what isn't working, which I just told you about, right? You have to have compassion and you need to unlearn all that stuff. And that's deep work. And that's part of the process of restoring your metabolism, which we're going to talk about. But you must unlearn. Then, and only then, you must learn what to do and how to stay on track despite your current brain wiring and all of life's ups and downs, because you've been doing that stuff, most of you, for decades. And so your brain is wired to do those things. And this is a big piece of the training today and inside my Fitter, Leaner, Stronger Method coaching program, because if you want different results, you have to think different thoughts. You have to understand your current brain. And then we have to rewire your brain through new learning and through new coaching and through new understanding of your physiology, your hormones, your metabolism, and what it truly takes as a midlife woman to restore it, okay? So we first must unlearn, and then we must learn what to do, and then we must learn how to stay on track, okay? And that's what I'm going to teach you today. We've gone through a whole bunch of it already, but I want restoring your metabolism and getting fit, lean, and strong to feel fun. I want it to feel simple. I want it to feel light. I want it to feel easy. I want it to feel possible. I want it to feel sustainable. I want you off that roller coaster. I want you on that. Just think, like, roller coaster, like, I feel panicked, but when I think sailboat on Costa Rica waters, right? Dolphins are going, like, we're just lying around, having a good time, right? I want it to feel enjoyable, light, easy. I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel hopeful. I want it to be effective. No drama, no chaos, no counting, no crazy restrictions. Nada, no drama. Okay. So the promise, I'm going to help you understand why your metabolism feels like it's broken. I already did that. And I'm going to then now teach you the 5 key strategies you need to get it going again so that you can build the fit, lean, strong, healthy body you want, a body with energy and confidence to spare and no drama. Okay. This training is going to be really unique and different, which you probably already see that, right? I'm not going to be teaching you the same old strategies that everyone's teaching you because they don't have the experience or knowledge that I have after working exclusively with midlife women for the last decade. Okay. Listening. I've worked so close with women, listening and helping them step by step through where they're stuck and what's going on. And I know so much more than even textbooks are going to teach you from my clinical practice. Okay. My unique clinical practice and just the amount. I've worked with thousands of women. I'm very good at listening and really seeing what's going on and hearing their stories and helping them on the next phase. And so this isn't just about me spewing research to you, because when you're in medicine, you realize that there's research for everything. But what really matters is like the clinical experience that you have with people. This is the art. There's so much art to the science of medicine and metabolism and muscle building and macros. And that's why this training and my Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program are so absolutely unique. Okay. And why they're so effective. We do have a limited time, and I talk a lot. So this is going to be a 60 to probably 90-minute workshop. So I want you to have a notebook and pen. I want you to take some notes if you can, because I'm going to jam it full. I'm a fast talker. I'm a fast thinker. I have a lot to share because of the vast experience that I've had with people. And my biggest ask is that you be an action taker. You take notes, you ask questions, you answer the questions as I go through, and you take this information I give you and you act upon it, okay? And if what I'm teaching you today really resonates with you, if I resonate with you, if my energy, knowledge, expertise resonates with you, at the end, I'm going to share the information about my Fitter, Leaner, Stronger Midlife Method program, where I can help you, you can have the opportunity to work deeper with me in my program, my coaching program. And I'll talk about that at the end, okay? So who am I to teach you this stuff? I'm Carrie Adam. I'm a physical therapist by trade. I'm a mom of two. I'm in my mid-40s. I have a desk job. I've had a desk job for 10 years. And I've worked with women exclusively. I started working with women in the running space and helping them get fitter, leaner, and stronger through exercise. And I realized that they weren't eating well. They did not understand nutrition. Okay. And so I went and learned a ton about nutrition, and they told me what they were doing for nutrition. And they told me about all the diets they've been on and all the symptoms and problems they're having in all these diets. So I learned about all these crazy diets and the effects of them because of the women I've worked with. Hundreds, thousands of women I've worked with. And so I'm like, well, none of that's working. And so again, my clinical brain from my 2 degrees, one of them in physical therapy in the Faculty of Medicine, I can critically think, I can research. And so I couldn't just teach exercise, because I know that pushing exercise when women are not nourishing their bodies properly is actually just harming them more than it's helping them. And that to me is negligent practice. And so I did all the tools, I put it together, I created my first program, which was called, it's been through a few iterations, and you may have been in one of these iterations, but it was the Metabolic Reboot is where it started. Then I changed it, just the name, to Muscles and Macros, and then I changed the name to Fitter, Leaner, Stronger. And I taught women how to combine effective workouts, strength training workouts, with macro balanced nutrition strategies to increase their metabolism and build a fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier body. And that was great. Like, women were getting results and it was excellent, except they weren't staying on track. And so many were getting overwhelmed, and so many were getting stuck and falling off track. And I was really frustrated, because I'm like, why are they not doing it? Like, why are they falling back into old habits and going back to old diets? Like, why is it not working for them? This is how it should work, right? The science, like, this is the science, it should work, right? And I was really frustrated, like, not frustrated in people. I was frustrated with myself, because I'm like, how come I can't get them to do this? Like, I can't get them focused. I can't get them doing it. They keep falling back. I know that they could feel so good and get such good results, but then I started an accountability group. I was like, okay, well, let's have a weekly accountability group, and women would sign up and they would come and they wouldn't do the work. And I was like, and then I actually ended up making people feel worse than feel better, because they just weren't doing it. Like, external accountability from me and filling out the tracker and the checklist and checking in still didn't help. Like, that's not what they needed. And I didn't want to make women feel worse. Then they drop off and I never hear from them again, because I felt so embarrassed and felt so much shame for not doing it. And they just beat themselves up more. And I studied high performance habits, Brendon Burchard. I studied discipline. I studied Mel Robbins. I studied all kinds of things. Like, I'm a learner. I'm a researcher. I study, I listen. I'm obsessed with helping women get really fit, strong, and healthy from the inside out. And I didn't want you guys to be stuck. I wanted you to get results. I wanted to help you stay on track. I wanted this all to feel easy and simple, because for me, this is simple. Like I don't have any drama. I don't think about food. I don't think about workouts. I don't work out that much, 3 to 5 times a week. 30 minutes to 50, 60 minutes, depending what phase of life I'm in. Nutrition never falls off track. I never fall off track. I'm a habit master with ease, with flow. It just is what I do. I don't think it's hard. And I was like, but they think it's so hard. I don't understand. And so one day I found a new podcast and I was driving along in my truck, and I'm almost never alone, but I was alone listening to this podcast in my truck on the speaker. And I will totally believe in the universe pulling people together and pulling things together for you. And in this podcast, she was talking about how brains are wired differently, and people who are struggling, their brain is wired this way because of like their life experience. And I was like, oh my God. And I burst into tears. And I'm almost going to burst into tears now. And I pulled my truck over and I just was bawling. I'm like, this is it. Their brains are like, I know that mindset work is important. I know that. And I would do mindset work. And I teach you guys about discipline and planning and like high level thinking. I had a whole course on high performance thinking. But I missed this little thing. Your brain is wired differently because of your unique life and so much of diet culture. And so many of my clients have been on diets for decades. They've struggled with their body for decades. My clients, many of them say to me, I think I was the youngest person in Weight Watchers. And so your brains are wired differently than mine. And if I want to have any chance at helping you get the results that I know are possible for you, I can't just teach you the strength in nutrition. I have to teach you how to rewire your brain so that you think completely differently, so that you can stay on track through all of life's ups and downs. Because even if you know what to do, the what to do is simple. It's the brain rewiring that is the absolute secret. And that's not just mindset and high performance telling you how to think. It's understanding why you currently think the way you currently think, why you currently do the things you do that you say you're not going to do, having compassion for that and learning how to rewire. And that led me to create the content and the step-by-step method of learning and applying that I've put together in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. And it's helped so many women to stay on track and feel in control and rewire their brains in a way that makes them feel like this is easy. Okay. I've worked with women who struggled even with disordered eating and struggles with toxic relationships with food and hating their body for decades. And over the course of the program, I mean, they've completely rewired their brain. It's absolutely fascinating. And I am so proud of the work that I've done and put together, and so proud of the women who are doing it with me. I really think I've been put on this earth to help women, because I know that when you struggle with food in your body, you struggle in all the areas of your life. And then as women, we don't have the energy to give, and we are so important in the world. Like we're the ones that take care of the families and communities, and the world needs strong and healthy women. And when we're struggling with food in our body, like we can't be all there for the other aspects of life. And so that's why I do what I do, to help you restore. And so in my big revelation in this story is that I really learned that understanding and working with your uniquely female physiology, hormones, and your brain is the most effective way to restore your metabolism, permanently lose weight, and build the fit, lean, strong, and healthy body you desire, to give you the energy and confidence you need in every area of your life. Okay. So this is just the perimenopause metabolism framework, something I put together. And, these are just like different, you might be one of these people, right? These are the people that I see out there. Okay, there's the hustler. And the hustler is the woman who is grinding out her workout. She loves working out. She's working out. right? Eating healthy, eating clean, but it's not working, right? Doesn't really know what she's doing. And these women I see working really hard, but working really hard against their body in perimenopause and saying, I'm eating clean, I'm working out hard, but it's not working. Okay, so that's the hustler. And that's because you're really consistent, but you don't have the knowledge that I'm going to teach you, right? You don't have the knowledge. And that's not your fault again, but that's the hustler. Then there's the researcher, and she's the one who knows what to do, but feels frozen. Like I'm just not able to do it. Like I know what I'm supposed to do, but I can't do it. I can't be consistent. I'm just stuck, right? That's the researcher. And then there's the yo-yo dieter who doesn't really know what to do, can't really stay consistent. And that's the cycle, right? Like I'm grabbing different diets and grabbing different plans, and I'm just up and down and all over the place. And that's the yo-yo dieter. Okay. And those are all three areas where you could be stuck. But then there's the fitter, leaner, stronger woman. She's got knowledge about what to do, and she's able to stay consistent. She is fit, she is lean, she is strong, she is confident, she is energized, her hormones are balanced, her metabolism is powered up. Okay, she's feeling incredible in her body. That energy exudes into every area of her life. It's easy, right? She doesn't have to think about it. She's not obsessed with food. She doesn't track, she doesn't count. She's in tune with her body. She trusts her body. This is easy. That's a fitter, leaner, strong woman. And that's what I want to help you become, right? I want you guys to be fitter, leaner, stronger women, consistent, knowledgeable. This is easy, feeling incredible in your skin. Okay. So what quadrants are you? Are you a hustler? Are you a researcher? Are you a yo-yo dieter? Are you a fitter, leaner, stronger woman? Where do you want to be, right? Share with me. I want to be fitter, leaner, stronger, right? I want this to be easy. I want it to feel good. I want to trust my body and feel, I just want to live my life and not obsess about all this stuff. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you to stop struggling, because when you're struggling, you can't live your life. And we're here to live our lives, right? We're not here to struggle with food in our body. And it's completely possible for this to be easy for you. Okay. I mean, this program works. Okay. What I teach you works. It works 100% of the time if you do it. Okay. If you do it with me. So stay with me. This might be a long workshop. Like I said, I talk a lot. I have a lot to say, but these women have all been through my program in the various phases of the program, at various levels of degree, but you can see the results that they're getting. And they all came in at different places, right? Like the hustler and the yo-yo dieter and the yo-yo dieter and the knowledge, right? Like they've all come in from their different places, and they've done the work. They've learned what to do. They've worked deeply with me to do it. And they've all become fitter, leaner, stronger women. It's just easy. So here we go. The 5 key strategies to restoring your metabolism. Okay. Number 1 strategy. We're going to get right into it here. Food is fuel. Okay. Food is fuel. So diet culture has made us think that food is bad, that food is the enemy, that we shouldn't eat food, we shouldn't feel hungry, right? These are all things that have created this really difficult relationship with food. And you will never restore your metabolism and become a fitter, leaner, stronger woman if you fear food, if you see food as the enemy. I love food. Food is delicious. I love eating lots of really good food. Again, there's a mindset shift, right? Women, you'll come to me scared of food, scared to eat food, afraid of carbs. I love carbs. I love food. I think food is amazing, and I like to eat a lot of it. So that's a mindset shift, and it has to happen. Okay. Food is your body's fuel. Without enough high quality fuel, your body shuts down. And that's why you have all those signs of low metabolism. When you're not giving your body enough of the right fuel, it doesn't work. That's why we have brain fog and headaches, and our digestive system doesn't work, and we get cold because we're not giving our body enough energy, good quality energy, and it shuts down. We're giving it too many calories in the form of too much food, too much fuel in the form of processed foods. We're giving it a lot of junk calories, and that gunks things up. Again, we don't feel good. We've got to think of food as fuel. We want to eat enough of the good stuff, and we want to eat enough food, and we want to eat the good stuff. Okay. So, this is Diane. I'm not going to sometimes I use real photos and real names, but they're all mixed up because my client stuff is personal. Some people tell me I can use their stories, and others, I do like to keep confidentiality. So like names are made up, photos are often made up. Sometimes not, because people post all over their own stuff, and we've talked about me sharing it, but just so you know that. Diane came to me in her mid 60s, just retired, and she'd struggled with food her whole life. It felt hard, it felt confusing, and just the thought of food gave her anxiety. She came to me like she signed up because she'd known me for a long time, doing workout programs with me, but always struggling with the food. Never being able to stay on track with the food, knowing that she needed to get her nutrition on track. But she came to me shaking. Like I could physically see her and feel her shaking, and I could feel that anxiety through the Zoom link, through the computer. She tried all the restrictive diets. She could be good for a little while, but she always fell off track for weeks, for months. She always beat herself up. Like she was so harsh on herself, and food just felt so hard. Okay. She was stuck, and she joined wanting more help. Okay. She went through the curriculum week by week. I suggest women work through it week by week, because I've worked with so many women. I know where you guys are going to get stuck next as you work through it. And she did that, and she stayed with me, and she did the deep work. She had the deep conversation. She was able to study herself without, I teach you guys a lot of self-coaching skills. Like she was able to study herself without judgment, but with like next level curiosity about why she does the way she does, why she thinks the way she thinks. And we're able to rewire her brain. Okay. She did the food peace protocol. She used the pro-metabolic macro balanced eating strategies. And the results, this is what she sent me. She sent me a lot of messages along the way, and I could like feel her energy coming and her anxiety releasing through the program, because it wasn't just another restrictive tracking program, which she'd already failed at a billion times, right? She said, I can't stress enough how much this transition has changed me. In the beginning, I was so uncertain, but once the retraining of our brain begins, the mindset shift is just so freeing and life-changing in so many areas. I'm so excited for the impact it has already had on me, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. It's amazing the simplicity of it all once the dots connect. I absolutely love that you are doing this for us. It not only impacts us regarding our nutrition, but it trickles into all the other areas of our life. And that's what I said, when we struggle with food in our body, we struggle in all areas of our life. And Diane is newly retired. She's got a grandbaby. Like she doesn't need to spend her time anxious and worrying about food. And when I worked in the hospital, I used to remember these 90-year-old women coming into the hospital falling and just concerned about their weight, counting calories on their food trays, like wanting to lose weight when we'd weigh them at the hospital. And it just would break my heart, because these women are 90. Okay, 91% of women dislike their bodies. And that's all shapes and sizes. So this doesn't even matter if you're overweight or you're normal weight or you're underweight. Like 91% of women dislike their bodies. And when we dislike our bodies, we use food and exercise as ways to manipulate and change the size of our bodies. And this is why we have this toxic relationship with food and exercise. Okay. So my question is, can you commit to shifting your focus to food is fuel? Okay. Can you commit to that? And I know that might like blow your mind. You're like, no, but food is not. Food is scary. I can't eat food. And you are currently maybe thinking that, but I want you to start thinking food is fuel. Yes, food is what fuels my metabolism. Okay. So nod, right? Yes, I can commit to that. Yes, Carrie, I can commit to that. Okay. So strategy 2, you got to ditch dieting. We have a whole module in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program to study sort of the history and culture of dieting and where it's come from and why it's happened. But you need to understand that 97% of dieters regain the weight they lost within 1 to 5 years. And every time you lose some weight on a restrictive diet, and then you gain it all back plus some, you have caused further damage to your hormones, your metabolism, and you've inflamed your body even worse. And this is where people were like, well, it worked last time I did it really well. I'm like, well, why did you not maintain it? Well, because I couldn't keep it up. And say, okay, then it didn't work. And that's what we need to understand, is it didn't work. The only thing that works is what you can consistently do and live at and keep you at in a healthy range. Okay. 97% of diets do not work. You have to understand that, like we talk a lot about the frontal cortex, the part of your brain that thinks makes decisions, has critical thought, and does the work, right? Does the thinking work? You have to understand that, okay? Because if you don't, your automatic brain is just going to go, oh, I better go back to keto. Oh, I better cut carbs. They're bad for me. It's like, no, that's not true. Like from the research, we know that's not true. We know this is true, okay? So here's a few more dieting facts that are really important. 1 in 4 dieters will go on to develop an eating disorder. Diet culture not only encourages disordered eating, it praises it. Eating disorders are the second most deadly mental health issue, and we should be raging that diets are praising this. This infuriates me, okay? 35% of occasional dieters progress into pathological dieting, eating disorders, and 25% progress into full-blown eating disorders. Restriction is the biggest driver of binge eating and weight gain, okay? Restriction. The more you restrict blindly, the more you will binge. We know that from the research. The more you restrict, the more you will binge, and that will create more inflammation, more stress, more weight gain, further inflammation, and it'll mess up your hormones and metabolism every time you do it, more and more and more. It also leads to food obsession, orthorexia, which is like a disordered view of your own body and of health, okay, and misery, right? This affects every area of your life. And most people don't realize that their relationship with food and their dieting habits, their eating habits are disordered, okay? And so most will never seek help, which is why I love this, because the program I have really takes this into account. It's why we don't count, we don't track. I don't do that because I know these stats. Most people don't know these stats, and so many of the programs out there are further contributing to eating disorders and really serious mental problems, and I'm not okay with that. And the women I work with have kids. We don't want to be passed that down, because most of you struggling, that's what you saw in your moms and your aunts and your grandmas, right? This is what happens because of diet culture. It's not their fault. No one taught them this though, okay? I'm teaching you. You can't do better until you know better. But once you know better, then you can do better, okay? So I want you guys shifting from the focus on losing weight to getting fit, lean, and strong, because the focus is completely different. And I get all kinds of high performance women that come to train with me, marathoners, ultra marathoners, lawyers, doctors, like professional principals, like professional women, okay? Crushing it in their careers, crushing it out on their races and stuff. But still, subconsciously, we're all like hating our body, struggling with food, and focused on losing weight. And we try to apply that hustle to weight loss, okay? Weight loss simply means a lower number on the scale. It focuses on cutting, restricting, and dieting. It leads to eating disorders, right? And the goal of weight loss causes a great amount of negative emotion and body shame. It causes us to obsess over excessive cardio and excessive exercise. It leads to further muscle loss in addition to the hormonal muscle loss we're already experiencing, and it further downgrades your metabolism, okay? It leaves you exhausted, at risk of injury, hangry, and unhappy. And it gets you short-term results at best. It's unsustainable and it's disempowering. I don't want anything to do with that. And I know that you might want to lose weight, but I want to encourage you to focus on getting fit, lean, and strong. Remember the fitter, leaner, stronger woman, right? She's not focused on losing weight, even if she wants to change her body composition, but that's different. Like most women think they want to lose weight, but what they really want is to change their body composition, lose fat, and build muscle, increase their metabolism. That's getting fit, lean, and strong. And so we want to shift that focus. We want to ditch dieting and losing weight and move to increasing your metabolism and getting fit, lean, and strong. This focus, it means improved body composition. Okay, you want to lean out. You want to get fit, you want to look good, right? That means improved body composition, okay? Focuses on nourishing your body and fueling your body. It's a goal that leads to increased energy, body confidence, and empowerment. It utilizes strength training and the right amount of cardio. It's very strategic, getting fit, lean, and strong. It focuses on building lean muscle, which increases your metabolism. It sets your body up to effectively burn fat all over. It powers up your mitochondria and gets you feeling energized and amazing, okay? It gets you a fit, strong, and healthy body that you can maintain. It gets you sustainable results when you do it the way I teach it, when you do it the fitter, leaner, stronger way, okay? and you feel incredible for life. There's no more up and down, no more roller coaster. It's just steady, strategic work. Okay. Like you might fall off track a bit, but you do it like this. It's not like this. And that's why it works. I want you guys shifting. Okay. This is Kristen. Kristen's mid-40s, mom of 4, best-selling author and busy entrepreneur. Okay. Struggled with food her whole life, tried every diet under the sun. They all worked for a bit until they didn't, right? Led to tons of mindset drama. She was stuck and decided to join the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method to increase her metabolism, set her body up to permanently lose weight forever. Okay. The results, your system is the only thing. Well, you can see the results right there. Like she's fit. Okay. She's sustainable. There's no more of this. She spent a lot of time doing this. Now she's not. This is sustainable. She will not ever go back to where she was. I think she's lost over 100 pounds actually. Again, that's not all from my program because I'm not focused on weight loss, but I helped her sustainably like shift that body composition and change her diet brain to a fitter, leaner, stronger brain. Okay. And so she said, your system is the only thing that straightened me out. It made it so much easier to do the best things for my health and fitness. The negative self-talk about my body and food has been silenced. You truly changed my life in endless ways. Yes, I did the work, but before I met you, I was wandering down the wrong paths. And then she also said, for those of you who will be making resolutions come January, curious one to follow so you don't quit. 8% of resolutions are successful. She knows that, right? She taught me how to eat without restriction, but in a macro balanced way that fires up my metabolism. She taught me ways to exercise that I love and feel great. She taught me you don't have to go to the gym for 2 hours a day and you can have an effective workout in just 30 minutes. Yes, right? I learned that so many of us struggle with our weight because we really don't know how to exercise. We don't know how food and mindfulness works. We don't know why restriction hurts our metabolism. I'm so grateful for her teaching me. Okay, Kristen's gotten incredible results. So can you imagine a life where you don't have to diet, restrict, or obsess about food, but still get incredible results? How amazing would that feel? If it worked for Kristen, she was a serial dieter, okay? And she became a fitter, leaner, stronger woman. Like, how would that feel for you? She's not counting, she's not tracking, she's not cutting carbs, she's eating all the foods that she loves, but she knows how. She's a trust in her body. How would that feel for you? How could you imagine a life where that was possible? Okay. Can you commit? Remember, action taker, can you commit to making that shift in your mind right now from wanting to diet and lose weight to wanting to fuel, nourish, and train to get fitter, leaner, and stronger? I want you to start to shift that. I want you to start to think of that. Can you commit to doing that for me? Okay. I am determined to get women off the diet roller coaster. Change your diet brain. We study diet brain in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program. And I help you go from diet brain to fitter, leaner, stronger brain. We completely rewire your brain, which completely changes everything. Okay. So strategy 3 is you got to work with your hormones, not against them. I got to move my computer because I'm running out of battery here. Again, I said I talk a lot, but strategy 3 is working with your hormones, not against them. And so, just give me a moment here and plug this. Okay. So I got to find a chair. Sorry about this. This is real life. I told you. Okay, so we want to work with your hormones, which we've talked about already, and not against them. Okay, Carrie. Yeah. So this is a 3-part one. So remember, this is what your hormones used to look like. This is what your hormones look like in perimenopause and menopause, and we got to work with them. We got to understand that. Okay, I'm going to skip through that because we already talked about that, the hormone destruction cycle, right? This is the hit rock bottom, go on a diet, go hard, go all in, and then fall off track and go all out, and you feel bad and you start the cycle over and over again, right? We talked about that. That's downgrading your metabolism, triggering systemic inflammation, causing hormone dysregulation, leading to fat storage, exhaustion, frustration, mindset drama, and a very toxic relationship with food, exercise, your body, and yourself. So we can't do that anymore. Eating less and exercising more is working against your hormones. And instead, you must train strong with the strategy to build lean muscle, You must eat to nourish and balance your blood sugars, and you must tame your inflammation to support your adrenals and your hormones. We're using strategy here, not randomness, not restriction, not over-exercising, not challenges, not tracking, not counting. We're being very strategic, right? We must combine effective strength training with macro-balanced nutrition strategies in a way that tames inflammation, okay? And so training strong with strategy to build lean muscle is number one. So there's different types of exercise in it. I'm not going to teach you it all because we only have a short time together. In the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method, where we go through all of the pieces of how to train strong, but the key is we need to build lean muscle. And cardio, long, steady state cardio, doesn't build the kind of lean muscle that we want to keep our metabolism revved up. When we're losing muscle in our 40s with our hormone shifts, in our 50s and our 60s, like we're losing it more and faster as those hormones shift and our age progresses, we're losing type 2 muscle fibers, muscle mass. And we need those to continue to allow insulin and glucose to do their job. That's where that's stored. It's what keeps us strong, and it's what keeps our metabolism revved up. And as we lose muscle, that metabolism goes down. And if we want to have any shot at maintaining a fit, lean, strong body as we get older, our bodies are going to change as we get older. We're not going to have the body we had in our 20s or the body of a 20-year-old, fitness champion. Like that's not what's going to happen. Our bodies are shifting, but that doesn't mean there's nothing we can do about it. It means we have to be strategic with our workouts. And I know a lot of people come to me because they love cardio, but we have to balance that with strength training. It is the only way to build that lean muscle to keep that metabolism powered up. Okay. I teach a hybrid training approach because again, fit, lean, strong, and healthy, right? We're going to be doing cardio for cardiovascular and mental health. Okay. Very important stuff. For the runners that come to me, you don't have to stop running. You just need to balance that running with the strength training. Okay. So the hybrid training approach includes some cardio. It includes some strength training. It includes core training. It includes mobility. It includes burst training, because these are the most important pieces of increasing your metabolism and working with your hormones and your body in midlife to get you fit, lean, strong, and healthy. Remember, it's strategy. It's not random, right? It's strategy. And in the program, I'll help you choose. I have loads of different programs to choose from, and they're all very strategically built. And in the program, you want to choose, and this is important, that you choose a program that meets you where you're at now. You can't go straight to lifting heavy because that's the most important thing. You got to meet your body now where you're at, and you have to push slowly from there so that you build a sustainable plan that is effective. Okay, really important. We want to be strength training and strategic with our workouts to work with our hormones, right? To avoid sarcopenia. That means avoiding the muscle mass loss, right? The right workouts and programming will keep inflammation low. It will improve insulin sensitivity. It will improve carb tolerance. It will improve body composition. It will improve metabolism and gives you the best chance of burning the belly fat. You can't spot reduce belly fat, but the best chance you have is workouts to increase muscle and increase metabolism, like full body metabolism. That's the best chance you have at reducing that belly fat. And again, I mean our bodies are changing, but the other thing with belly fat is a lot of that is inflammation. A lot of that is stress. We'll talk about that in a moment. It's a really key place. It's just a really common place, that stress. We call it stress fat. It's just where that fat gets put down. We have a lot of chronic stress in our life. So belly fat is a combination of increasing your metabolism with the right workouts and maintaining and reducing that stress. Okay. We practice progressive overload. We have key deload weeks. Okay. The goal is to do the right workouts that are going to push you hard to build that muscle. Women generally aren't pushing hard enough. And I teach you guys how to do that in a slow and sustainable way. But we have to also take, oh my God, now my battery's dying. We also take strategic deload weeks because we want to continue to have you progressing and not burning out, because I don't want burnout. This is not run everyday streaks. Those lead to burnout. Those lead to inflammation. This is not work out every day and hustle grind. No, we take deload weeks because we are on the easy breezy sailboat. Okay. Jane, another story for you. Mid-40s, full-time working mom of 2, was struggling to work out and running all the miles when she did. She was skipping breakfast, training fasted. She was exhausted. She was binge eating at night, all the things. Binge eating through the weekend, all the things. She was stuck and decided to join the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method to get help increasing her metabolism and getting her nutrition on track so she could set her body up to permanently lose weight and feel better. So many women want more energy, okay? She started eating to support her metabolism. She'd done keto and got her doctor, she was running all these miles and her doctors were telling her to cut out all these carbs and it was making her worse. Okay. Like I love doctors, but nutrition is not their wheelhouse, especially nutrition for midlife active women. They just don't know what to do. And so I got her like, no, I think you need to eat them. So we got her, I'm gentle with people, right? We really work together, but I taught her the strategies. And I got her pulling back that mileage, not forever, but for a little bit, fueling up her body, supporting her metabolism, right? Lifting weights, strategic cardio and bursts, progressive overloading, working through the ups and downs of life with the consistency strategies. And these are the results she got. I'm amazed and thrilled to see an improvement in some of my perimenopausal symptoms. My periods have been awful. But these last two periods have been a breeze. Ironically, the same amount of time I've been really eating in macro balance, not snacking on crap, massively reducing alcohol and lifting weights in the gym 3 to 4 times a week. My mindset is improving, the itchiness has reduced, and so has the restless legs. Headaches are reduced, not feeling the random aches anymore. My anxiety has really come down and I'm recovering much quicker from a spike in anxiety. My sleep is improving, so have my night sweats. I'm feeling a little more like me and not so much like an alien. I'm starting to recognize myself again. Amazing results, okay, by working with her body, with her physiology, with her hormones to support her metabolism and feel better. Okay, these are the programs that are included in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. I've got body weight programs, dumbbell programs, and we can customize these to everybody and tweak them in any way that people need. And in the program, you get coaching every week with me, so I can help you customize and work through what's not working for you or what needs to be pushed harder. Okay. Strategy 2 is you want to eat to nourish and balance, to nourish your body and balance your blood sugars. Okay. It's not just about eating less. It's about eating the right foods at the right time for the right reasons, right? That's pro-metabolic eating. That's what I teach. Pro-metabolic eating. Eating the right food in the right balance for the right reasons at the right times to nourish and fuel your body while also balancing your blood sugars and fueling your metabolism. No restrictions. If you want a rocking metabolism, we have to avoid this blood sugar roller coaster. Okay. Every time you eat, insulin is released. I'm not going to get into the whole thing and teach this in the program, but essentially every time you eat, it affects your blood sugars. Okay. I'm not going to go into this too much today, but restricting and eating naked carbs, which are just like when we're snacking all the time, it tends to be carbs. We're just grazing carbs all the time. We're burning sugar all the time. That leads us to have cravings, energy swings, headaches, irritability, eating sweets or salty without an off switch in the mid-afternoon, at night, or on the weekend, with brain fog, dizziness, shakiness. This is us burning sugar for fuel. And oftentimes this is how we're eating, right? We're skipping meals, we're training fast, so we're all over, and that creates the blood sugar roller coaster. And your body, remember we talked about this, or your body doesn't feel safe. Your body's in midlife, because of the hormone shifts, is super sensitive to stress. This is stressful. Your body doesn't want to be on a blood sugar roller coaster. It also has you burning sugar for fuel and never tapping into fat stores, which is why you can't lose the weight, okay? You're also stressed and triggering a lot of inflammation, which is what triggers the belly fat. And so blood sugar should look more like the bottom one. Again, it's the easy breezy sailboat, right? Subtle rises and falls, not sharp spikes and drops, okay? In the pro-metabolic strategies I teach, it's a mindfulness-based, anti-inflammatory, flexible approach. You do not get a list of all these foods you can't eat. We focus on nourishing your body, on eating real food, on eating enough food. We focus on eating at regular intervals in a way that stokes your metabolism and takes you from sugar burning and being on that blood sugar roller coaster to being more stable with your blood sugars, and teaching your body how to burn fat for fuel, become metabolically flexible. Okay. I'll teach you the macro balancing method. It's not tracking, there's no counting. You learn how to listen to your body and work with your body. You build trust back with yourself. You get in control of food so that food isn't controlling you. Okay. This method, it allows you to stay on track anywhere, anytime. I teach you to fuel your workouts right, which is key. Pro-metabolic eating helps you become a fat burner on autopilot. You become metabolically flexible. Okay, super amazing skill. I remember when my body was on the sugar roller coaster, on the blood sugar roller coaster, and I was like this all day, snacking, craving, and energy. Oh, it was like a mess. And then I started eating this macro balance method strategy that I teach, and my brain fog went away, my cravings went away, and people experience this within the first 2 weeks. They just feel so much better. I felt energized. I was able to push my workouts harder, and my body changed. Like my body, I started this in my mid 30s. So there's the longer you've been dieting and struggling with food in your body, like the longer this will take to see those physical results, but you have to start, and you will feel the energy shifts first. Okay. This brings your hunger and fullness hormones back into balance as well. So you're going to be full and you're going to feel hungry. And I remember that specifically. I remember like never kind of getting, I was just kind of always depleted and always hungry. And so I was always grazing on carbs. And then when I started eating macro balanced, I felt full. I felt energized. And then I felt like I was able to stay full for hours. So that means I didn't have to think about food. Essentially, you're like fasting in between your meals, not because you're like using willpower and white knuckling, but because you're full. That's the way the body is supposed to be fed. It's how the body is supposed to eat. That's why I call it pro-metabolic, right? It's how your body is designed. Except we live in this modern world where we're just always grabbing junk food, right? But then I would feel hungry. And hunger feeling is different than a craving feeling. So the macro balance method, there's no tracking, no weighing, no measuring, no counting. You learn how to listen to your body. Oh, I already said all that. That's an extra one. I'll get rid of that. So there's a lot of new intuitive eating on the internet right now, and there's a lot of macro counting on the internet right now. And this is like in between those two. It's a really balanced and flexible approach. We take intuitive eating principles and macro nutrition, macro science nutrition principles, but we blend it, okay? Because the goal is fitter, leaner, stronger with a powered up metabolism. You need to blend the science of macros, female physiology, and metabolism with a flexible approach that you can stick to forever, that takes into account your history with food in your body. We can't forget that. And that's why the macro counting doesn't work. It's a very high level skill. And most of us are still stuck with our diet brain. We don't have the intuitive trust in our body. We don't have the emotional skills that we need. And so we just tracking, we can't stick to it. And so I don't teach that. That's a high level skill. In the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program, I teach you the macro balance method, and I give you all the recipes that you'd ever need. Macro balance recipe guide, the power snack guide, 30 plus grams of protein, extra recipe guide. Protein's really, really important in perimenopause because of those hormonal shifts and how that triggers muscle loss. Like, remember I said, you got to eat, you got to train and eat to support that muscle maintenance and then that muscle growth to keep the metabolism up. Okay. And then point 3 under this section is you got to tame inflammation to support your adrenals and your hormones. Okay. Inflammation is huge, especially in midlife with all the stress that we go through. And the signs of inflammation: bloating, indigestion, upset digestive system, arthritis, rashes, skin issues, brain fog, decreased focus, decreased ability to concentrate, decreased memory, decreased motivation, decreased ability to carry out high-level tasks, brain fog, low-level energy, increased anxiety, depression, feeling puffy, inflamed, toxic, weight loss resistance. And again, like I said, that cortisol belly, right? That stress fat belly. Those are all classic signs of inflammation. Some of those are signs of unbalanced hormones and a slow metabolism. But the thing is, all of this goes together. It's not just because your metabolism is slow, or just because your hormones are off, or just because you're inflamed. Usually if you're struggling in one area, we're struggling in all these areas. And so this is why you're feeling the way you feel, okay? chronic inflammation is the root of all chronic metabolic disease. Insulin resistance, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, and obesity, okay? And to taming your inflammation is essential, okay? And the cool thing is when you follow the strategies I teach with exercise and nutrition, they're designed to be anti-inflammatory as well by nature of how I teach them to work with your female body, your female physiology. So they're anti-inflammatory. But to truly decrease your inflammation and really get your metabolism, your hormones in balance and your body working properly, it's not just diet and exercise. We also must optimize our circadian rhythm, our sleep cycles. And we also must understand our nervous system and really be able to regulate our nervous system to control the stress response in our life. If we're running around stressed all the time and then completely freezing on the couch and we can't do anything, our nervous system's out of control. If we are not sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, we can't recover and we're just inflamed and toxic and nothing's going to work. And so we have to look at all of those dimensions. And it's not as easy as me saying just sleep and control your stress. Like everyone knows that, but we're not doing it. So there's science, there's stuff to learn there for you. So this is how, like in the middle, when you're doing the proper workouts and proper exercise, right? Proper exercise and proper fueling strategies. When your nervous system is intentionally regulated, when you optimize your circadian rhythm, you're going to tame your inflammation, right? Get you on that easy breezy boat. But it's about more than diet and exercise. You got to keep that in mind. This is Gwen. She came to me a hot, toxic, inflamed mess. She was burnt out and inflamed and puffy and all the things. And this is not her. But we got her not just doing more cardio and signing up for a marathon and cutting out all the carbs to get her energy back. We really worked to bring all these pieces together, right? We started by like helping her rest and recover. And we got her nourishing her body slowly. We got that help to bring circadian rhythms into play. We got her eating breakfast again, right? And then slowly over time, we increase the strength training because you can't throw more workouts on a body that's exhausted and inflamed. It's not going to work. You have to have the right workout strategy to go with the stage that you're in right now. And she was burnt out and inflamed. And then eventually we got her to fit, strong, and energized again. Okay. The first photo, she did not look like that when she came to me on the call. She was a mess. Okay. And then she felt great. It takes time. Strategy 4 of the vital steps to restoring your metabolism is you have to learn to be consistent. So the last one was you got to know what to do, right? You got to learn how to train. You got to learn how to eat. You got to learn how to tame your inflammation. Great. Awesome. Done. Easy. But where women struggle is how do I stay on track? This is what happened in my programs in Muscles and Macros and the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger 28-day program is they learned what to do, but I didn't equip them with the skills they needed to be consistent. And you have to learn how to be consistent. You can have all the knowledge, the best workout programs, top of the line meal plans and recipes, but if you don't have the skills you need to stay consistent, none of that matters. And the thing is, when we're struggling in our health, we don't look to how do I stay consistent? What is throwing me off track? Why can't I stay consistent? I study this. I'm a consistency master. Nothing throws me off track. And I had to reverse engineer my brain to figure out, why am I like this? Why am I so consistent? Because I have a desk job. I have 2 kids. I have a lot going on at home. I have a lot of stress in my life, but I can be consistent. I never get thrown off track. And I'm not like crazy about it. You know, it just is who I am and how I do it. And I had to reverse engineer that. And that's what I've done. Okay. Because if you can't stay consistent, none of the knowledge matters, which is, remember that grid, right? The hustler, the yo-yo dieter, the researcher. You can know all this stuff and that's awesome. You can have all my programs, you can have all my recipes, but if you can't do the work and be consistent, you'll never get the results. Diet and fitness culture just tells you need more willpower and discipline. They make it feel like it's your fault. But what I've learned, and again, when I had that moment where I listened to that podcast and it clicked that my brain is wired differently. That's why I'm consistent. And I have a different skill set beyond just diets and workouts that you guys don't have. And that's what I need to teach you. I have to help you guys become habit masters. Okay. And so the consistency success strategy that I put together through just tons of research and tons of courses and tons of studying and again, because of my clinical experience in deep work with women and listening to them and listening to their struggle and then being obsessed with helping them overcome that hurdle. Like, it's like I overcame a hurdle and then another one will come, another hurdle will come and we'd overcome it. Until now, I have a consistency success strategy. And it's, you have to undiet your brain. We talked about that. We have to move you from diet brain to fitter, leaner, stronger brain. You need radical self-awareness. This is deep work. This is the personal development work that has to be done beyond just the workouts and the food. Like, workouts and food are the boring part. They're the easy part. They're the simple part. But this radical self-awareness, this is personal development. You can't skip this. This is what you'll see me saying this if you follow me on social media, the deep work. You got to do it or you will stay stuck in the same self-sabotaging patterns that you've always been stuck in. And so we need to work on this, okay? And then we need emotional mastery. No one is teaching you guys how to manage the emotions of life. Like I said, by the time we hit our 40s, 50s, and 60s as women, we have been through so much chaos, so much trauma, so much stuff. And we've never learned how to handle that. We've never been able to handle those emotions. Then we stuff them down and we have coping strategies, right? We work out a lot. We work a lot, right? We eat sugar. We binge eat. We emotionally eat. We drink, right? We do all these things. And all those things we do on autopilot, and they're all what throws us off track as soon as life, like crazy life hits, and we do all these coping strategies, which take us off track and put us in that roller coaster. We don't have the skills, the emotional skills we need to stay on track through all of life's ups and downs. And 50% of your emotions are going to be negative. If you don't know how to master your emotions and stay on track and true to your body through those emotions, 50% of the time, at least, you're off track. And that's why you don't get results. Getting your metabolism back on track is like 20% about the actual workouts and food. And it's 80% all of this stuff. This is the good stuff. This is the juicy stuff. This is the stuff that's going to totally change your life. Okay. This is what I teach you in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method, because, and no one else is teaching this. We're all just telling you, just eat less and exercise more. And you're like, I'm doing that. It's not working. This is why. Okay. Game changing. Strategy 5, you need to follow a proven formula. You can't imagine you're baking a cake. Okay. You've never baked it before. And your kids say, I really like these carrot muffins with this cream cheese icing and sprinkles. You're like, okay, I've never made a cake or icing like that. I've never done that before. What would you do? You would get a recipe, right? You get a recipe, because if you didn't get a recipe, you just start throwing things in the bowl and you'd mix it up and it would turn out like probably not the way you wanted. Like you can see how that would turn out, right? It would just be a mess. Your kids would be unhappy and they'd be like, where's my carrot cake with cream cheese icing? That's not what this is. And that's what we do with our health and fitness. We just, like, we know we want to get fit, lean, and strong, but we just put random things, we just do random things. And so we don't get the results we want. And then we're like frustrated with ourselves because we don't have the results we want. But there is a recipe. I have that recipe from all these years of working with women. Right? I have a step-by-step system to restore your perimenopause metabolism, okay? To build the fit, lean, strong, healthy body that you want, okay? This is the framework that I use inside the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method, inside my 6-month coaching program. You have the knowledge, right? That's what I just taught you. I taught you the exercise, the nutrition, the tame your inflammation, how to stay consistent, what you need to stay consistent, right? That's the knowledge, okay? Then you have the subconscious reprogramming, right? We have to change the way your brain thinks. Like, we have to look beyond just diet and exercise and sleep. Like, that's not enough. We have to literally rewire your brain. You have to subconsciously reprogram your brain so that you can stay on track doing the things you know you're supposed to do, right? The consistency and the knowledge, right? You want to be a fitter, leaner, stronger woman. And then beyond that, we need expert coaching and support to help us along the way where we struggle. This is so key. I never take a program without coaching. And I attribute so much of my success from learning, being open, doing deep personal work, and getting coaching where I really needed it the most. I value coaching. Taking a coaching program changed the trajectory of my life. And that's why I build so much personal work, personal development work into my programs and my coaching, because it's not just about knowing what to do. It's about the brain, the mindset, the emotional work. And then we need the support, the help, the questions. We need someone to hold that space for us as we work through this really deep stuff. And until we blend all three of these pieces, we're missing one of the ingredients to the recipe. And so we don't get the results, right? Knowledge plus the subconscious reprogramming is the skills that you need. The subconscious reprogramming plus the coaching is what gives you the focus and the confidence. And the knowledge plus the expert coaching gives you the support and the consistency. And when you blend those all together, that's where you get that thriving metabolism going again. And you can't skip any of the ingredients. There's another one of my students in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. She said, this is what she said, just as she was finishing the program. I don't even bother with the scale these days, but my clothes are fitting better. My energy is increased and my hot flashes are barely noticeable. Do I get anxious thinking about meals, prepping and eating? Not these days. It's simply protein, carbs, and fats. Way easy. Am I still avoiding the mirror, swimsuit season, and all things body related? Nope. I just bought 2 new suits so I can spend quality weekends at the lake. It's the little things I celebrate. No desire to snack, no feelings of being deprived, no pressure to be someone I am not. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, this program and what I teach, we restore your metabolism by working with your body, with your hormones, but also with your emotions and your brain. And we completely rewire you. Okay. How would it feel if you had a proven formula to follow that works with you with a next level of support and coaching every step of the way that guarantees you results? If you do what I show you, you 100% get results. Okay. 100%. How would that feel for you to have a formula to follow and to have support to help you and to get results, to feel better, to end the struggle with food in your body? Okay. So let's review what we've talked about. This a lot. I told you I talk for a long time. I'm always like, I'm going to try and make this 60 minutes, and it's never 60 minutes. I just have so much to share with you guys. And I love teaching and working with you. I just love it. There's nothing else I'd rather do. But let's review. We talked about the diet hustle roller coaster, right? Your body hates being like this, but this is what we do for decades of life. And we wonder why our bodies are falling apart. That's why, right? And our bodies want to be here. They want to be easy breezy. Okay. We talked about this framework, right? The consistency versus knowledge, right? The yo-yo dieter, the researcher, the hustler. And then we talked about becoming the fitter, leaner, stronger woman, right? The 5 key strategies we talked about for restoring your metabolism is you've got to think about food as fuel. Strategy 2 is you've got to ditch dieting. Strategy 3 is you have to work with your hormones, not against them. And we talked about effective workouts, pro-metabolic eating, and taming your inflammation. We talked about how to learning to be consistent, where we looked at emotional mastery. I can't remember what the 3 things were right now, but there was the learn to be consistent. I feel like I should go back because that's such a good one. Yeah, emotional mastery, radical self-awareness, and undieting your brain. Okay, so that's how you be consistent. It's a consistency strategy. And then we talked about having a proven formula, because you can't skip any of the ingredients if you truly want results. And that was a lot. That was a lot of information. I talk fast, like I said, but I'd love to hear from you. Like, what are the most valuable, what's been most valuable for you? If you're listening live, let me know. If you're in the Facebook group listening, let me know. If you're just jotting down notes, write down, send me a message. Let me know what's been the most valuable piece of this training so far. I said there's going to be a lot. I cannot teach you everything that I know. There's so much that I have not taught you yet. I can't teach you that in a workshop, okay? But I've taught you a lot, enough to get started, to be an action taker, right? So be an action taker. What has been the most valuable? And then I want you to pause. I want you to take a big breath and put your pen down. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take a big breath in. I want you to imagine a life free from junk food cravings, free from binge eating, where you can eat one cookie with control and not the whole bag. I want you to imagine a life free from the nutrition and the body struggle. A life confident, where you feel confident about what to eat, how much to eat, and where you're in control of the food, where healthy choices come natural and easy, where you have Beyonce level energy all day. I want you to imagine a life where you love and respect your body, where when you look in the mirror, you actually like or love the reflection that's staring back at you. I want you to imagine a life free from tracking, counting, and stressing about food and weight. I want you to imagine a life in clothes that fit and feel good, and in a body that feels lean, sexy, and strong again. Okay, I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to see these women. You know, they've all worked with me. They've all done this work, and they've all had massive transformations, not just physical. The physical transformations, I know that's what everybody wants, but it's the internal transformations that they all will tell you. That's been the biggest gift of this program for them. I mean, having more energy and feeling really good in your body and looking really good in your body, according to you, is really important as well. But the mental shift comes first, okay? So, are you ready to restore your metabolism and build a fitter, leaner, stronger body? But this was a really fast training. Where do you go from here? Like, can you make it happen on your own? What if you miss one of the recipe steps, right? What if you miss one of the ingredients? What if you want that guidance and support? And I've mentioned the program a lot through this training, but I want to formally introduce you to the Women's Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. And again, I mentioned at the beginning, if you stick around, if you make it to the end and you resonate with what I'm saying and you resonate with me and you want to learn how to work with your body and get support and coaching to help you restore your metabolism and get fitter, leaner, and stronger, I was going to tell you about my program and an opportunity for us to work together. Okay. So the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method is the only 6-month live coaching program that exists in the industry for women over 40 that focuses on increasing your metabolism and balancing your hormones to build a fitter, leaner, stronger body. Most programs are focused on not eating and restricting and losing weight, right? We're focused on building a fitter, leaner, stronger body, becoming a fitter, leaner, stronger woman, right? And we're not only burning fat, but feeling incredible by combining my unique hybrid training plans with a pro-metabolic, macro-balanced, anti-inflammatory, mindfulness-based eating approach without dieting, restricting, or tracking a thing. And we include the deep personal development and emotional mastery skills you need to stay on track forever. Okay. And a confession about this program is it's not for everybody. Okay. the women who do the best in the program are the ones who are absolutely appropriate for this program. And so this is not for you. I do not want, like I said, I don't want to waste anyone's time. This program is not for you if you want to stay focused solely on weight loss, on the scale, and on restrictions. This program will not work for you. Okay. You have to make that mental switch and understand fitter, leaner, stronger. Okay. So this program will not work for you if you're looking for a quick fix, a fad diet, a cleanse, or a detox solution that's going to get you results without any effort in 30 days. That's not how this program works. This program is not for you if you don't want to learn anything new, if you're too busy to put in the effort, and if you just want to do it by yourself. Okay. If you're like, no, I'm good, I got it all. I don't want coaching, I don't want support, and I just want to be by myself. This program won't work for you, because this program really is for the woman who wants that coaching, that container to work closely with a group of like-minded women, like-minded, professional, goal-getting women who are struggling with their health, okay, struggling with their body, struggling with food. Okay, this program is, though, perfect for you if you want to restore your metabolism, okay? It's perfect if you're willing to put in the effort. This is not a quick fix. This is a lot of learning, okay? You have to learn. Remember, you have to learn and then implement, and it's a slow process, but that's the way you get results. That's how professionals do it, okay? That's how you go pro and become a fitter, leaner, stronger woman. Fitter, leaner, stronger women don't expect quick fixes. They expect to have to learn, to apply, to fail, to get back up, to get support, to ask for help, okay? So this is perfect for you if you want that. If you want to become a fitter, leaner, stronger woman that feels incredible in her body. If you want to learn to balance your hormones, tame your inflammation, and master your emotions, okay? You got to want that stuff. You have to want to do the deep personal development work. If you don't want to go there, you won't get results in this program. And so it's really not, there's no point in taking it. This is for you if you want to start working with your female physiology instead of against it. It's for you if you're ready and keen to learn, if you're ready to do the deep work, if you want to increase your metabolism and build a fitter, leaner, stronger body, and if you want coaching and support. Like I said, the coaching piece is huge. You have to be okay and accept that it's going to be vulnerable. You're going to have to be vulnerable, ask for help, and come in and listen to others and just be in a community of women. Okay. I love coaching. And coaching was scary at first, but man, I love coaching now. I never miss coaching calls, and I love doing these coaching calls. And when I have I work with my own coaches, and I love coaching calls. Like I crave them and I need them because I need that support. I need that sisterhood of other women who are just like me. And I love helping others who are a couple steps behind me, which is what you're going to find in this program, is that people who are a little ahead of you will help you. They'll tell you the stories of where they were and what they did and what worked for them. And it's priceless. Okay. So how does this program work? The Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method it's a 3-pillar approach program. It includes the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger curriculum and the resources that go along with that. It's the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger coaching, which I love and just talked about. And then the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger community, which I also just talked about, and how amazing the other people are. Okay. So the curriculum is the step-by-step learning blueprint that you need to learn how to get strong, eat right, tame your inflammation, and stay on track forever. So you can confidently increase your metabolism without guessing or Googling, okay? It is the ingredients to the recipe. There's 13 modules in the program, and they're all essential. You can't skip them. If you skip even one of them, you won't get results. I've worked with so many women, and I know where you guys get stuck. I know what you don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know, and that's where you get stuck. I know. I've gotten so many women unstuck. And every time they get stuck, I'm like, oh, they're stuck again. Let me figure that out. And I've put it all together over 10 years. This is 10 years of me working with women. And that's what this curriculum is. And you get access to that. We'll go down here. So the curriculum is, you're going to learn how to build lean muscle, pro-metabolic eating. Pillar 3 is how to liberate yourself from diet culture. You're going to learn how to master your emotions. Oh, so good. You're going to learn to tame your inflammation, which includes the circadian rhythm optimization and the nervous system regulation modules. And then within these pillars, there's other modules in there. So there's a lot of stuff already that I haven't talked about that's in the program, because again, it's just too much for this, but it's everything you need. It's broken into small little bite-sized courses, not this long course. They're like short video courses that are easy to take in. You can just go for a walk and have a listen. And it's a step-by-step blueprint. It's going to blow your mind. Like, people are just like, I had no idea. Like, I get it now. This like explains my whole life to me. No wonder I'm stuck. And until you know this stuff and do this work, you can't get unstuck. You'll just keep hitting the wall. And you just don't know what you don't know, because you haven't worked with thousands of women trying to lose weight and get fit the way I have. And I listen deeply to my clients, which is how I've been able to pull this together. Okay. And there's just nothing else that exists like it, because most people don't listen. They just tell you what to do, and then they move along, right? Even doctors, what we know, right? Doctors, they'll tell you what to do, but they don't coach you on a day-to-day basis and listen. That's not their job. Their job is to diagnose and prescribe. Like, that's it. This is not their job. My job has been a coach for the last 10 years. And so it's so much deeper. And I just know what you need to do. Okay. These modules are on demand. As soon as you join, you get access to all of them. And you get 6 months access to the program when you join. It used to be 16 weeks, but people need more time. Like, they go through the modules with such intensity. They just need more time. Like, they take them in slowly, and they learn, and they listen again, and they're just like mind blown. And so what I learned is that people need more time. And the reason it's 6 months access is that I want you to do the work. Like, I want you to go through the program. If I give it to you for a lifetime, you don't do it, right? It's like, oh, I'll just do it later. It's like, no. When people sign up, they dive in because they have 6 months access. I'm the same way. I took a course once. It was lifetime access. I never did it. I never opened it. Took a course that gave me 16 weeks of access. And I did every module. I went to every coaching call, and it completely changed the trajectory of my life. And so 6 months access is enough time to go through it comfortably, not too fast, not too crazy, but gives you the time you need with a little bit of that urgency to do it, because I can't help you get results if you don't do the work. And so I design it this way so that you do the work. It kind of like pulls you through, because there is a limited time. Okay. So I'm always a little flexible. If you're like, oh, something happened and I had to take a month off, that's fine. You just message me and I can get you, like, there's extended ways to keep it going, but it's a 6 month access, but that's a good thing. It's a design feature to help you do the work and get the results. Okay. You get the workout. So then you get the resources, right? The workout program library, you get all my workouts. I have more workout programs too. These are my dumbbell strength training program workouts. There's glute band workouts. There's body weight. Oh no, actually there isn't. There is those are bonuses. I threw those in as bonuses. So hold on. These are my effective strength training workout programs. I'll tell you about the bonuses in a minute. You get access to the pro metabolic recipe guides and our extensive nutrition resources library. So I talked about this before. You get the pro metabolic recipe guide to nourish and fuel your body while also balancing your macros. You get a pro metabolic power snack recipe guide. So you're eating in following the strategies when you're snacking. And then I found people are just struggling with protein a little bit. So they had a lot of questions and needed more recipes. And so we put together a special high protein recipe guide. So it really just extra protein. We need more protein in our life. You'll learn about protein and how much and all that in the program, but there's a special guide, which is extra topped up. You get weekly live online group coaching and 24/7 community. So we have a community in Facebook, which is awesome. That's where you're going to see everybody. And get to talk to your teammates. If you have questions anytime, you can post them in there and we will get to you. But the gold of this program is the weekly live online group coaching. I love coaching you guys. And when you come, I get to know you so well, and I can really help you and support you. Coaching is scary at first. It sounds scary. It sounds like committed, but it's so powerful. It seriously makes the difference between getting results and not getting them. There's so much information on the internet, right? And there's so many do-it-yourself programs, but you don't do it. Coming to a really well-run coaching call that holds the space for you to ask questions and have massive mindset transformation, because knowing what to do is super simple. It's the doing it. Why aren't you doing it? What are you thinking? What's going on? How can I help you? How can you help you? What thoughts come up? Like, coaching is so powerful. And you get live online group coaching every week for 6 months. Like, if you get focused for 6 months, you can completely change your life. My course I took was like before the Facebook groups and all that. My first coaching program I ever took, it was once a month for 3 months. And showing up to those coaching groups changed my life. I've taken lots of programs after that have been just as transformational, but that one I remember specifically, and it was 3 calls over 3 months. This is every single week you have an opportunity to coach with me and with the whole group, okay? And the price of this program is $997 for 6 months of access. And you can join anytime. I'm not going to put fake urgency out there. It's open anytime. I mean, the price is $997 when you're watching this. That could go up at any time, and it will. I don't know when. I'm not going to do any scare tactics, but when you know that this is the program for you, the sooner you get started, the better. Like, the sooner you get started, the better. And so you can join anytime. There's a few bonuses right now. If you're watching this training, if you're catching this replay, these bonuses are going to be exclusive to this training. And again, this could change at any time, just like the price can. I'm a bit wild that way too. I'll just change things. And there is a price increase coming. So just know that. But right now, when you join the program for 6 months of access to everything, plus these bonuses, okay? Protein Power Guide. You're going to learn to calculate and customize your unique protein intake for your goals. You're going to get a full protein food list, the sample meal ideas, and 15 ways to increase your protein. This guide, people struggle with protein. They have a lot of questions about protein. So I put together this really specific guide. So really powerful, really awesome. Okay. Bonus 2, again, protein. Women struggle with protein, and it's really important. And so I put together 20 of the best healthy high protein soup recipes for you, okay? From chicken, beef, vegetarian, and more, these soups make a comforting, pro-metabolic, and easy meal perfect for lunch or dinner, because everyone loves soup. We just want to make sure that it's in macro balance to stay in alignment with our flexible but pro-metabolic eating strategies. And I love soup. And so I had a lot of questions about soup, so we put this together for you. Bonus 3 is healthy and hydrating anti-inflammatory drink recipes. When putting this together, we look for the ingredients that boast impressive anti-inflammatory benefits like turmeric, ginger, greens, and berries for these soothing, refreshing, non-alcoholic drinks that are not only proven to be the healthiest drinks, but also the most delicious. And I love these because alcohol is something we talk about in the anti-inflammatory module. And I mean, the older we get, the harsher alcohol is in our system. And it's something that we're not going to get rid of forever, but people are asking me, well, what else can I have? What else can I just hold in my hand that's going to actually support me? Because we always look to, like, how can I support? How can I nourish? And so we get bored of water. So I put this together, and it's just a beautiful guide of delicious body anti-inflammatory supporting recipes. And it's amazing. I want you to have it. Bonus 4, I have an amazing bonus package for you guys. Bonus 4 is the complete at-home training system designed to help you get super fit, lean, and strong at home in under 30 minutes without any equipment. So the program generally comes with the dumbbell strength training programs, but these are amazing for when you're not at home, when you're traveling. Maybe you're not ready for dumbbell programs yet. We have at-home programs. So one of them is body weight. I got super fit doing body weight for years after I had my babies. I'm a huge supporter of body weight workouts. You can totally get super fit on body weight. And then to up the ante, at some point, I got a glute band, and I started doing glute band workouts, and those are super powerful. So I've included that for you here if you don't go to the gym, or if you're out, or you just want body weight, okay? Bonus 5 is an entire year of our monthly pro-metabolic recipe guide. So you have seasonal recipe ideas at your fingertips. So January, February, March, April, May through to December, you're going to get like macro balanced pro-metabolic recipes for each month. If if you love recipes, you're like, oh, it's December. What are some like cozy December recipes, right? So we're going to include that. I'm going to include that. And then the final bonus right now is my high performance thinking mini course. So in the program, I teach you guys a lot of mindset rewiring, diet brain, fair, leaner, stronger brain, a lot of the base. This is next level, high performance thinking. Okay. Success starts in your mind. Mindset is everything. Until you get your mindset right, nothing will change. This is like the next level program. I teach you the basics and the main curriculum, and then this is going to help you. When you're done the main curriculum, this program is going to help you just excel, just absolutely blow your own damn mind. Okay. So you're going to get that as part of this bonus package. Okay. And like I said before, I mean, results are 100% possible for you when you do this program, like 100% possible for you. Look at all these women. They came to me struggling, and they did the work and they got incredible results that not only look great, because I don't really care about that. And I know everyone does, but we do and we don't, but they feel good and they're on track forever. There's no more yo-yoing, no more stress, no more of that cycle. That cycle, the diet hustle culture cycle sucks. And none of these women are on that cycle anymore. Okay. I'm not going to read these. I just have so many testimonies. I have pages and pages. I'm just, like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years and I actually, the program's at its best iteration now than it's ever been. This is the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method here. This program is my absolute best work. And I'm desperate to get women in it because I see them struggling. And I don't struggle. And I don't want you to struggle. And so I practice exactly what I preach, okay? I am consistent. I don't fluctuate. I don't go up. I don't go down. I run a really successful business. I work really hard. I work a lot. I have kids. Like I have a husband. I have a life like everyone else does. But my bases are consistent, simple and consistent. And my mindset is different. I think different about health and fitness. And that allows me to be consistent year over year over year. That's high performance thinking and living. And I practice exactly what I preach. This is what I want for you guys. I don't think if someone doesn't practice what they preach and they're not living proof of their program, like, I don't think that they know what they're doing. And like, what I know is that I live this and I'm not crazy about it. Like, I don't think about food. I don't stress about it. I don't think about workouts. I work out 3 to 5 days a week. Like, I'm just consistent. I know what to do, but I have the knowledge. I've reprogrammed my brain and I'm consistent. And that's what I want for you guys. And I know how to coach you to do that. You need the curriculum. You need the subconscious reprogramming and you need the coaching so that you also can be this consistent. I get fitter, leaner, and stronger year over year. Like, I'm almost 44 at the time that I'm recording this. I get fitter, leaner, and stronger every year. I do not have ups and downs. It's just simple. I'm on easy breezy. And my life is not easy breezy on the back end. And you need to know that. Like, that's not stuff I talk about all the time, but my emotions are mastered so I can stay easy breezy. I can stay on track through anything. That is my superpower. That's what I want to teach you. I mean, I know what to do with food and exercise, but what really makes the difference is that emotional mastery piece, that next level thinking piece. And that's what I want to give to you. That's what makes this program so unique and different. And as a result of this program, you will experience permanent and lasting fat loss. You will not be on this. You will be off of this. You will be easy breezy with your health and fitness. No cravings. You'll have metabolically healthy habits that stick with ease. You'll have toned muscles, an improved mindset, next level confidence with low stress to no stress about food or your body, a leaner physique, Beyonce level energy, a new way of life, a powered up metabolism, and you will have a fitter, leaner, stronger body forever. You will start getting fitter, leaner, stronger year over year, okay, when you follow this strategy. Okay, so this is the 60-second summary of what you get in this program. You get the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger core curriculum method. Remember, this is me, 10 years of working with people. This is my best compilation of work. And so it's worth at least 4,900. It's worth at least 4,997. 6 months of live weekly group coaching with me, not anyone else, with me. Okay, that's worth at least 3,600. 6 months of exclusive access to the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger community of support for 24/7 answers to your questions and support as you go. The like-minded group of women, $497. Bonus 1, you get, remember all the bonuses you get, right? I think I even maybe missed one. Protein power guide, healthy and high protein soup recipe guide, healthy and hydrating drink recipe guide, the complete at-home training system, and the high performance thinking mini course to next level your results. If you add up all the value of that, it's over $10,000. Okay. But again, I told you that the special price right now is, the current price right now is $997. The program will be going back up to $1997 at some point. I don't have a date. This is not an urgency thing, but if you're watching this and if you're watching this, the program is $997. It will be going up. Okay. And so there's 2 investment options. If you are like, yes, I need into this program. Okay. The first is the 6-month basic option. Okay. You get the complete FLS method curriculum, 6 months of weekly live coaching support, 6 months of exclusive access to the community, the FLS strength training program, the pro metabolic recipe guides, all 5 of the bonuses for $997. Okay. Then there's a 3-month VIP option. So you're going to get 6 months of access to all of that, but there's 3 months of VIP one-on-one weekly coaching with me personally on your schedule. Okay, we're going to work through the curriculum together, one-on-one for 3 months. Actually, no, that's 6 months. Actually, that's an error on my part. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, 6 months to work through it together, one-on-one, but you get all the other stuff too. You get access to the group coaching, and that's $4,997. Okay, so there's 2 choices. No fake urgency. This is not closing. You can join this at any time. The price will be going up at some point, but it's not urgency again. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to push you into joining. I only want women in because they're like, yes, help me. I need to start now. Like, I should have started last year. I should have started 5 years ago. I wish I'd found you 10 years ago. Like, that's what people tell me. Why didn't I find you 10 years ago? And so there's no fake urgency. When you are ready, just go here. Okay. I'm going to send you this in an email. You can message me if you need the link. It's start.runningmoms.com. fitter-leaner-stronger-midlife-method, which is why I said I'll send this to you in an email. Okay, you're going to go there. You're going to click sign up here. All right. If you want the VIP option to work one-on-one with me, message me. I want to chat with you first, and we'll get that. I'll send you a special link for that. Okay. Remember, this program works 100% of the time if you do the work, which is why I give it to you for you have access to all this for 6 months. So I want you to do the work. And it's not heavy work, it's personal development work. It should be fun. And that's, again, a mindset shift. It's not like, oh my God, it's gonna be so hard. It's like, oh my God, I'm really excited about doing this. I'm really excited to learn this stuff and work with Carrie and get myself on track. Okay, so this program will work for you if you do the work with me. Okay, and you do it from a place of excitement and curiosity and just like wanting to make changes. Okay. It's worked for all these women, like so many women. And I don't ask for before and after photos. People just take them and send them to me. I don't really like before and after photos. I love just the messages and the check-ins people do of all their wins. It's just so powerful. No peri or perimenopause or menopausal woman has to feel overweight, overwhelmed, unheard, or drained. Like that's common, but it doesn't have to be that way. This plan and this approach will change everything for you. You've done so much work for others over the last years. Now is your time to focus on you. It's time to take care of your body. Your body deserves this, okay? If you are ready to start working with your body instead of against it, to increase your metabolism, get fitter, leaner, and stronger, and feel incredible in your own skin again, join Fitter, Leaner, Stronger. I would love to work with you and welcome you into the program and support you every step of the way to get your new metabolism on track. Okay. And so from here, you have a choice to make. Which path are you going to take? Path 1, you take the info I've taught you today and you try to implement it all on your own. You might waste some time, money, and energy trying to put the pieces together on your own. But you can do it on your own. Totally. You can do it. I've given you tons of information here. Or you can choose path 2, right? You can finally get the info, the resources, the coaching, the support, the guidance, the accountability, and everything in a step-by-step formula without missing any of the ingredients that you need to succeed, without wasting another minute. Okay. And that's what you're paying for in this program. That's what I'm going to give you, a step by step, plus the support and the coaching. Okay. And so if you're in, join us. If you're like, yes, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I need. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. Like, I'm ready to up level. Let's do this. Let's go. Right. Then let's start that party. Go to that website, www.start.runningmoms.com/fitter-leaner-stronger-midlife-method. I know that's long and I apologize, but I'm not a techie. I'm not a website wizard. I'm a really, really good women's metabolism coach. And I will be your biggest cheerleader. So if you can't find that, message me, check your emails. It's in there. If you signed up for this, you'll get emails from me. So I'll send you the link. Okay. If you want VIP, message me and we'll get you signed up for that. If you have questions, I don't think anyone's here. If you have questions, let me know. Any questions, just reach out to me and ask me. I'm right here. Okay. That's it. That was awesome. You guys, I love teaching this stuff. Oh my God, that was so great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to be welcoming you into the program and helping you restore your metabolism and build that fitter, leaner, stronger body that you want without the struggles that you're currently going through. So with that, I don't know how long we've been talking, but I'll see how long the recording is. Take care and take care of yourself. Ciao.